I'll start again. Regardless of how hefty it's going to get, we will warm up our bodies, starting with the shoulders, especially if we've been doing the gardening and things. So keeping the shoulders down away from the ears, we're going to roll them forward and round. So allow the arms to hang. As you stand here just doing this, start thinking about the tummy button to spine action. And the shoulder blades at the back, the scapula meeting and then widening. And then hands onto the shoulders and increase that roll forwards, round, back. Keeping the ribs balanced nicely over the hips. One more. And then if you're feeling happy enough, big arm circle. So again, try not to pop the ribs as you take the arms back. Obviously, I was very exaggerated there. And keep the shoulders away from the ears, tummy button drawing into the body to keep the trunk nice and stable. And one more. And we'll go back to the beginning and reverse the direction. So shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Trying to get those scapula really moving and sliding around. Breathing fully. One more of these. And then onto the shoulders with the hands. And really find some nice width and opening across the chest. Looking good. It's feeling quite nice. And balancing those hips, tummy button to spine. One more. And then big, big arm circles. If you're getting any pain through the joint, just keep the range of motion a little bit smaller. Keep the arms where you can see them and keep them under control. And one more. Finishing with the arms out in front. Just have a double check. Your feet are facing forward, nice and parallel. Shoulders away from the ears. So oranges under armpits. We'll do our lovely pulling straps. So you draw the arms towards you. You can make a fist and take the elbows behind. And forwards again. So I'm focusing very much on the back of the arm as it comes behind. Really see the biceps working, feel some tricep work. So if you just feel that you're wafting, you really want to work a little bit harder, use some intention. Imagine you're pulling that lovely TheraBand, something really heavy towards you. So getting a lot of engagement around the sides of the body. The more you draw the tummy button into the body, the more stable you'll be, and the more you'll be able to isolate the arms. Two more. And final time. I like to breathe out as the arms come behind me. And back to arms forward, palms facing down, and we'll do our chest expansion. So same thing, back of the arms lead, they come behind us. And as they get behind us, just think about lifting the heart to the ceiling, keeping the lower back nice and stable. Breathing out to press back, lifting the heart. So trying to get that upper back ever so slightly arched. And back to the start. Using your breath. And again, breathing out. Lifting breathing in, back. Add on some balance, so squeezing the bums, tummy button to spine, coming onto our toes, keeping the shoulders down. I saw mine lift. I felt mine lift. That's it, lovely. Breathing out, pressing away, and lifting the heart, extra challenge. Down. Good, very nice. So we can keep the chins just slightly nodded. And it's that heart lifting to arch, if we can, the cervical spine, a bit of the thoracic. Final time. Ooh, I'm falling over. And down. Then cross your arms in front of your chest, but add on some rotation. So again, think about inner thigh engagement, tummy button to spine. As we breathe in, we're going to rotate the ribs, and we're going to keep the elbows and wrists exactly where they are. Breathing in, breathing out to center, sorry. Breathing in to rotate the other way. So hips stay facing forward. I find it useful wearing a watch to have the watch on top so I can keep that in line with the middle of my chest. So my rotation doesn't go very far at all, but it's under control. Breathing in to rotate, that's it. Really keep the lower half nice and stable, shoulders away from the ears, nice and relaxed. Breathing in to rotate, breathing out to center. In to rotate. And out to center, one more each way. Breathing in. Breathing out. Final time. Breathing in. And breathing out. Heels together, hands behind your head, nice and loosely. We will do some little squats or pliés. So only work as far as your knees will allow you to. So just a little dip and squeeze the bum to stand. A little dip and squeeze the bum. A little dip and squeeze the bum. A little dip, shoulders relaxed. And stand, little dip, and bounce for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze to stand. If we can, go all the way down to the floor, but if not, just stop at a point that you're happy that you can squeeze the bum to stand up again. I'm not going to go all the way down this time. I'm going to stop halfway because my hip is giving me a bit of jip today. Squeezing in. 2 runs on Saturday, 2 runs yesterday. Done me in a little bit. And squeeze. I think it's the rust from all the rain. And down. And squeeze the bum to stand. Final one, we'll stay down at your lowest position and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze and stand. Then really nice wide stance. God, it looks really awkward in the camera for me. Okay, and we bend and squeeze to stand and bend and squeeze to stand and bend and squeeze to stand. And we're going to bend, lose the arms and do a little side bend as you reach over one way and back. And the other way, and back, and the other way, and back. Hopefully, if you haven't got the heating on, you're starting to warm up now. Heart rate's lifting a little bit. One more each side, bend, and over, and bend, and over. Nasty little challenge to get us down to the mat. See if I can do it, I have no idea. Going to cross one foot over the other, and then we're just going to bend the knees, come down to the mat. Oh no, you see, you can't do it without hands. Ah, fabulous. Oh, look at that. Bloody marvelous, everyone. Right, I'm going to change my camera so you can see me, and we will continue just to warm up with our lovely pelvic tilts, because why not? So nothing behind your head, but give your head a nice little pull to lengthen it. That's it. I can see you, Jackie. I can see you, Jeanette. Elaine, I can see your knee. So if you could just angle down ever so slightly, that would be lovely. Brilliant. And then from there, widen the shoulders onto the mat. Allow the upper body to be heavy. Allow the pelvis to be heavy. Feel the feet flat on the floor. Big toe, little toe and heel. And as you breathe out, just curl that pubic bone towards you ever so slightly, as if you're sliding a piece of paper under your bum and placing yourself back down. Trying not to take any tension into the shoulders, keeping the knees as stable as you can. So if there's a lot of wobbling today, feel free to use a cushion or something in between, just to enable that inner thigh connection to engage a little bit. Breathing out to curl up. Breathing in to place yourself down. And come up a little higher. So low rib level. That's it. This time a little pause to breathe in at the top and then breathe out. Start to soften and place yourself back down again. Lovely, good. And as you breathe in, really focus on the breath going into the back of the body. So you're trying not to dome the ribs and the belly so much, as to get some strength through the back. Coming up to bra strap level, breathing in to hold and breathing out. Soften through the chest, placing yourself down piece by piece. And again, breathing out, keeping the chins nodded, keeping length through the neck, keeping the pubic bone curl towards you all the time. So you're getting that lovely C curve as much as possible. And bring the arms into it for this one. Breathing out, peeling off, taking the arms up to the ceiling. Reach to the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out, soften through the chest, leaving the arms where they are. Allow the arms to be really heavy in the shoulder joints so they fall back to the mat, and then circle around if you've got no pain. Ready to go again, breathing out, peeling off, arms come up, keeping the pubic bone curl towards you as you breathe in and reach the arms to the ceiling. Breathing out, leave them there, soften. Piece by piece, that lovely string of pearls down the spine, arms heavy in the shoulder joints, circling around one more time, breathing out, peeling off. That's it. Reach for the ceiling. And breathing out, soften through the chest, peeling down, circling the arms around. Keep them hovering by your side. We'll go into chest lift. So nodding the chin, tummy button nailing down through the body towards the floor, reaching fingers for the toes to curl forward and breathing in to come back down again. So nice and simple, reach fingers for the toes, nod the chin, tummy button nailing through that engagement through there. Will pull your ribs towards your hips and breathing in, place yourself down. And again, breathe out, reach fingers for the toes, nod the chin, curling forward. That's it, lovely, shoulders nice and wide. And breathing in, come back to the mat. That's it. And again, reach fingers for the toes, reach, 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 till you have to nod the chin, till you have tummy button to spine, those abs pulling you up. Lovely, and relaxing back to the mat. And again, breathing out, reaching forward, breathing in to hold, and breathing out, come back down to the mat. Breath in to prepare, breathing out, reach fingers for the toes, nod the chin, curling up just halfway maybe, lift one leg into tabletop, then the other leg into tabletop, nailing the tummy to the ground, and we'll beat our arms to the 100. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, out, in, out. Good. tummy buttons down, shoulders relaxed. Really focus on breathing in and breathing out. Make some noise. I can't hear you. So make as much noise as helps as you breathe out. We're nearly there. That's looking fantastic. Good. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax your upper body back down to the mat. If you need to hug the knees into the chest, have a little rock from side to side. And then angle your legs away from you ever so slightly, keeping them off the floor if you're happy to. Hands behind your head, and we will do a nice little oblique twist. So curling round or rotating first, curling forward and back to the mat. And breathing out. And breathing in. So you want to, again, think about that tummy button drawing through the body to the mat beyond. If it's too much with your feet up today, always just put them back down onto the mat. Work at a level that you're comfortable with, that you can get a little bit of challenge, but it's not causing any pain. That's it. Lovely. So really think about drawing the tummy button into the body all the time. And you get that little extra pulling in as you breathe out. But you're trying not to dome the stomach, even when you're breathing in. We're training the muscles to be strong internally. That's it. One more to each side if you can. Lovely. And then hug your knees in. Again, have a moment to breathe. Allow the muscles to really relax. And then nodding the chin, breathing out, press the shins away to bring you back up into tabletop and a little curl up. And we'll do our single leg stretch. So extending one leg and then changing. And if you take your focus to the bum and hamstrings at the back as the leg extends, as well as thinking downwards through the abdominals, shoulders nice and wide away from the ears, and breathing out and out and out and out. That's it. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Good. And 1. Hug your knees in, have a little breather. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but add on our oblique twist. So it's nice and hefty, the official crisscross. So pressing the shins away to bring us back up, shoulders wide away from the ears. Angle your legs slightly further away from your body, hands behind your head. Shoulders and arms stay nice and wide. And we rotate as we stay curled up. As we extend and lengthen. So we're thinking armpit to knee. Oh, that's it. Oh, awesome. That's good. Jeanette, try and think curling up higher towards your knee and not bringing your knee into your chest. So keep the knees just at 90 degrees. Breathing out to curl forward. That's it, Jackie. Good. Good, Elaine. Oh, well done. And 3. And 2 and 1. Marvelous. Hug your knees back in. Oh my Lord, that's a killer, isn't it? Absolute killer of an exercise. Oh, let's relax a little bit. Keep shoulders wide. So we'll do leg circles. And I don't mind if you want knees bent or straight. So if you've got bent knees, just allow one knee to fall out to the side. Lift one knee up and do 8 circles in each direction, allowing the leg to be really heavy in the hip joint like we did with the arms. And if it's long legs, both long legs, really try and find some straightness. And again, we're trying to keep the body from rocking. So only make the circle as large as you can control. So it's all about getting that independent movement through the leg. That's it. So mobilizing while strengthening. That's it. So keep both bum cheeks down, keep the tummy button engaged, get those abs working. 8 circles one way, then reverse the direction, and then change legs and using your breath. Keeping the ribs down, making sure the back isn't arching off the mat. Shoulders nice and wide and relaxed. And with this exercise, everyone works at their own pace. So when you've done, and I'm not rushing you to finish now, just hug your knees in, have a moment to breathe so I can see who's finished. And again, bum cheeks down, ribs down, back flat, shoulders wide, breath wide. That's it. Jackie, watch those ribs, keep them down. Good. Lovely, just relax. Fabulous. Okay, as we're down here, we just feet flat on the floor, we'll do some bridging. So we'll start with some nice basic ones. So if you've got anything behind your head, take it away. Think about shoulders wide again, slight pressure into the floor through the arms, but squeezing the bum, narrowing together, lifting up, nice long line. So you want to keep the hips and the ribs in line with each other and the knees reaching towards the toes. And then almost karate chop at that crease point. Really get engagement inwards to the body and away. That's it. So we're only coming up onto the shoulders rather than the neck. You should be able to move your head quite happily. That's it. So really think knees reaching away from you. Imagine someone's pulling them, as I would be if I was in the room with you. And a couple more. Breathing out, narrow into the body, lift up. Reach the knees away and down. One more, reaching up and away. Good. And this time as we come up, we're going to lift, same thing, and just peel one foot off the forward bent knee and place it down. Try and change sides without really gripping into the floor or dropping the hip and down. So if you find that you're sort of dipping on that changeover, just make it smaller so you can learn where you need to take your intention. It's all looking great. Fabulous. As we do that, keep those ribs down though. Tummy button to spine, and you can come down to the mat in between each changeover. So we're learning to relax and engage those muscles. And one more set. Lovely. And then again, bringing it up. And this time we're going to extend one leg away from us. We're going to hold it and count. Long way, so it's in line with the other knee. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down and extend the other leg away. And count for 10, keep the ribs down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, body down. And again, narrow and lift. You should be feeling this now by the back of the hamstrings. Lift one leg, extend the leg away and count for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change sides. Extend 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, bum down. Lovely. So now full Pilates bridge with extended leg beats. So squeeze, narrow, lift. Unpeel one leg to the ceiling. And we lower it either to knee level or to the floor if you can without dipping. For 3, 2, and your body stays nice and stable. Then bum comes down and foot comes down, and we change sides by lifting, extending the other leg to the ceiling and lower for 3, 2, 1. Leg to the ceiling, bum comes down, foot comes down, and carry on so I can watch and marvel. So narrow in, lift, shoulders wide, ribs down, beats for 3, keeping the bum at the same level, trying not to drop. That's it. Good, Elaine, lovely. And again, once you've done these, really think lengthening the knees away as you bridge up. And again, someone's pulling that long leg, keeping the body stable, keeping the shoulders relaxed if you can. Do one more set on each side. And then we've got one final bridging challenge, which will be no trouble whatsoever when you're done. Lifting up nice and long length away to the ceiling if you're happy with long legs, and just do 5 leg circles in each direction. So again, we're challenging the balance on the standing leg, trying to control it. So you've got to keep your body as stable as you can. So make it small. It really doesn't have to be a big showy thing. It's all about that micromanagement of the muscles, getting the strength. And come down in between and change sides once you've done. So 5 circles in each direction on each foot. That's looking brilliant. Yeah, good, Elaine. That's good, Jackie and Jeanette. Wonderful. When you're done, as we've done a lot of hamstring, let's just sit up, bend one knee into the body, and just think about reaching for the toe of the long leg, aiming the back of the knee to the ground. So just getting a little stretch as we've worked those quite heftily. And then change sides. So flex the foot. If you can, reach for the toe just to give yourself a little bit of an extra stretch, but it really doesn't matter. Just allowing that muscle to lengthen out. Good. And handily, that puts us in a lovely place for our half rollbacks. Oh, yay. Jackie, I thought you liked these. So either hold on to the back of your thighs or arms out in front. So nice straight back, shoulders wide. And we're going to hinge with a flat back. Then I'm going to send the tailbone away from us, coming down to a point that we can almost hold, and then nodding the chin, breathing out to come back over on knees. Restack the spine to sit tall. and hinge. And slide the tailbone away. Lovely. Breath in to hold, breathe out. Curling forward. If your feet come off the mat, that really doesn't matter. Do what works for you. And this time, hinge. Send the tailbone away. Hold it there, and we're going to play the accordion. 3. Keeping the shoulders nice and wide. 1. And then curling forward. Sitting nice and tall. And hinge. Send the tailbone away. Good. And again, squeeze in and out. And in. Oh, starting to shake. And in and out. And curl forward. Sitting up. Legs this time. So hinge. Send the tailbone away. And just what we've been doing, just straighten one leg and place it back down. Straighten the other leg and place it back down. Curling forward, sitting up. Shoulders relaxed and tall. Big smiles. Hinge. Start with the other leg. Extend it away and down. Extend it away and down. Curling forward. And sitting tall. One more set of legs, hinge, curl it back. Why don't just lift and lower, lift and lower, and curl it forward, sitting tall. This time we're going to hinge with our rotation, final set. So then slide the tailbone away, cross the arms like we did in our nice Cossack twist, and rotate the ribs one way, back to center. So keep the watch or the wrist in the center of your chest and curling forward, sitting tall. And again, hinge, curling back, crossing the arms, rotating, and back to center, rotating, and back to center, curling forward. You want to just give your legs a shake, roll the shoulders, and let's roll like a ball. I was going to say to release the back a little bit, or just find your balance point and challenge yourself. So it's easier with the knees apart and the toes and feet together, shoulders wide and open, aiming to hold around the ankles. If you're happy, you can close the knees, which is the official Pilates stance. And then if you're comfortable and you've got cushioning on the floor, just roll forwards and back just to get onto your shoulders, coming back to that balance point. Yeah, good, Elaine. Well done, Jackie. That's it, Jeanette. Try and control it through the abdominals so you're not smashing your head on the floor and you're coming back to that balance point. Obviously, if your legs are longer, you might need to lift them higher off the floor so the toes don't touch on the floor. Yes, brilliant. Yes, Elaine, good. That's getting so much better. Oh, it's only because I started to watch you, Jackie, that didn't work. I've seen the other ones really, really good. Just a couple more. So I'm going to start working on rollovers at some point soon. You're all definitely strong enough. Oh, and let's stretch it out again. So legs slightly separated. If you're finding it too hard on the old hip flexors, just come and sit up higher. Or obviously you can bend your knees. And we'll have arms out in front, starting with a nice flat back. And we're going to nod the chin, nod the head. We're aiming the head to go between the arms, which don't drop. They reach towards your toes at the same time as you're drawing your tummy and the lumbar spine, the lower back, away from you. So we're trying to get a little hairpin. So imagine you're sliding your arms across a counter of some kind or a table. Tummy's being pulled back into the body. So it's almost like our pelvic tilts, trying to get that lower spine really mobilizing. So I'm very good at just hunching forward, but I'm trying really hard to focus deep down below and sitting tall as you breathe in. And obviously breathing out, if you breathe out all the air, the diaphragm will contract up, giving you space to reach forward through the abdominal area. That's it, lovely. Good. And let's do one more. Brilliant. Again, give your legs a little bit of a shake out because we're going to work on teaser. And we're going to put everything together from the half rollbacks and that spine stretch forward. So what the teaser is, it's like the roll up and you come up into sort of the Pilates boat and then you want to be able to roll down your upper half or the back half, but we're going to work on the legs and the upper body bit. So sitting nice and tall, we're going to extend one leg. We're going to hold on to it. We're going to walk down that leg. So you're still sliding the tailbone away. You hold it there. You can take your arms overhead so you get the pattern of movement into your body. And then walk yourself up that long leg to sit nice and tall again. Or use it as a hinge. What you can do, if you've got a stretchy band, is use that around the foot instead. That's it, Jeanette, lovely. Otherwise, just have a little fiddle around and play, walking yourself down your leg. And the more you use your tummy button to spine, that really drawing in action, really, really hefty, help get you back up again. Yes, good. That's it, lovely. One more on this side and then change sides and have a play, because sometimes one side is better than the other. So yeah, that's it, Elaine. If you just hold on to the side, keep the leg bent and just focus on aiming the base of your spine down to the mat. And you can push your leg away a little bit if you want some momentum to come up. But Jack and Jeanette, that's good. Brilliant. So changing sides, that's it. Doing great. Lovely, Jeanette. Yes, Jackie, good. Finish the one you're on, have a little breath. And then see how you feel with the teaser. If you start lying down, legs in tabletop, extend them away, arms overhead. And it's all about angle of dangle as well, physics. Bring the arms to the ceiling, nod the chin, come up. It's that boat, lifting the heart, widening the shoulders, Jeanette. That's it, Pearl. Oh, wonderful. And then rolling back down again. And you can keep your knees bent if it's too much with long legs. Don't worry, have another bash. It's all about playing around. Yes. Don't get frustrated, Jackie. Yeah. And finish the one you're on. Hug your knees in. Have a little rock from side to side. And then come back to sitting. And again, we're going to do the saw. So if you want to either bend the knees up or sit on a block for some height, do that. So arms either side of the outside of the legs, legs wideish, heart lifting. We're going to breathe in to rotate, keeping the bum cheeks down. You can press the back arm down as you reach and soar off your little toe. With all the work we've done through the flexion of those roll-ups and half rollbacks and teasers, and spine stretch forward, you might find this is a little bit easier than normal. But again, I'm noticing one side is wanting to work a lot smoother than the other. So I'm really having to work hard to keep my bum down. That's it, lovely. And breath, so breathing in to rotate, breathing out to get rid of the air, the diaphragm contract, give you space to reach forward, breathing in to restack, and breathing out to center. Breathing in to rotate, breathing out and nod the chin, reach forward. That's it, Elaine, lovely. Back to center. Everyone focus on keeping both bum cheeks down as you rotate and reach forward. So if you find the opposite side is lifting, just make that movement tiny, a little bit smaller. Wonderful. And breathing out, reach and roll forward, roll back up again. One more to each side. Good. And then when you've finished your last one, we're going to work on our sides, and we'll start with that chest release. So if you've got a large pad or a cushion, you want to imagine you're sitting in a chair, got that cushion behind you, so you've got somewhere to roll, underneath shoulder, drawing down, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, underneath waist, lifting away from the mat. And as you breathe in again, we're on our rotation, breathing out. You're keeping the knees together, the hips don't move, just getting the ribs to work. Breath in to hold, breathing out. Use the abs, drawing back, so palm comes back, slap bang over the underneath arm where it started. And just use the time to unwind a little bit. Relax a little bit. One more. And then angle. Once you've done your last one, you can make your head comfortable, top half comfortable. And we'll do the shell. So angle the knees slightly further away from you, heels in line with your bum. And we'll just do some opening at the hip. Again, you don't want to be rolling back, just opening the knee to where you can control it. And I do feel this if I do it correctly. If I don't, then I'm just wafting. One more opening. And then keep the knees together. Internally rotate by lifting the foot and placing it back down. Shoulders nice and relaxed and away from the ears. That's it. Good. And then alternate. So open the knee, close the knee, open the foot, and close the foot. That's it. Don't allow everything to sink underneath. Oh, I've gone wrong, haven't I? I shouldn't speak and move, carry on. Alternating just for two more. And then lengthen the underneath arm. Just change my mat so I can see you. And we're going to lift the top leg to hip height. And we're going to kick forward, flex the foot, lift the foot, lower and back. forward, 2 kicks. Oh, rubbish. Sorry, I'm real hash of that today. And down, back, and forward, kick, kick, lift, lower, and back. And forward, kick, kick, lift, lower, and back. That's it, lovely. One more. And the old underneath leg, so lifting the top leg to hip height. Imagine it's being stretched away from you and squeezing up and down with the inner thigh of the underneath leg. So keeping that top leg up. That's it. So Jeanette, keep that top leg at hip height. Don't allow that to drop. Yes, good, Elaine. That's it, Jackie. 2 more. And then double leg lift. So both legs lift and you hover your head off the ground. So again, we're not looking for a really big banana. We're just hovering ever so slightly, micromanaging our bodies. Any stiffness in the neck, just turn the head to look at the mat. Good. Breathing out. Keep the legs where you can see them in front of you, so you don't put any tension on the lower back. No arching as you lift. One more. And then rolling over to face the floor. So if you want to, again, a cushion or block underneath your forehead, arms down by your sides. We'll do the arrow, then do the other side. So I haven't forgotten about that, don't worry. Allow the shoulders to be really heavy. Front of the thighs and front of the feet on the mat. Breath in to lift the shoulders. Breathe out, reach fingers for the toes. Slide the scapula down, keeping the tailbone reaching away from you. Breathing in to rotating the shoulders. And breathing out, come back to the mat and allow everything to really hang. So breathe in to lift, breathe out, reach and hover. Breathe in to rotate the thumbs to the ceiling and breathe out, back to the mat. That's it, lovely. Keeping the chins nodded. Think about the scapula, the shoulder blades reaching down the back. They're doing the lifting of the arms. Keeping the pubic bone earth nicely through to the floor beyond. Good. That's it. Nice, Jackie. And again, doesn't have to come up too high. And one more. And relax, and then roll over onto the side you haven't worked. And we'll start with that chest release. I'm going to do the same side, obviously, because I've got my earpiece in and I can never work. So remember, sitting as if you're in an old-fashioned dining room chair, shoulder drawing away from the ears, gives you shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. And as you breathe in, take the arm to the ceiling, breathing out, rotate. Breathe in at that open point, and then breathe out. Use the abdominals to pull the ribs back and the arm back. So you can keep the arm nice and heavy in the shoulder joint. And again, Breathing in to rotate, keeping the hips together, the knees together where they started. That's it, lovely, Elaine. Everyone's so good at getting that disassociation with top and bottom half. Mightily impressed. I find that very tough. Good. That's it, lovely. And do 2 more. Jeanette, bring your arms down ever so slightly on your next one. So if you think about the underneath shoulder drawing further away from the neck of the ear, so your arms are a little bit lower. Yeah, that. Good. And then get comfy, ready for the shell. So angle the knees slightly further away. And from there, we lift the knee, close the knee. Again, trying to minimize any rocking. So if you think the knee coming forward first and then up, that might help. Good. 2 more. And then keep the knees together and lift the foot. Nice. And still think lengthening away in the top of the body. 1 more. And then put it together. So open the knee, close the knee, lift the foot, lower the foot. That's it. One more. Shoulders relaxed. And then if you can, lengthening the underneath arm away. You can lengthen the underneath leg away ever so slightly to give you some balance. So lifting the top leg to hip height. I'll try and make a better version of it this time. 2 kicks forward, then lift and lower. Take the leg back. 2 kicks forward, lift and lower, and leg back. And if you want to, 2 kicks forward, lift and lower. You can sort of reach the arm as a little balance point. I should have said that before. It's just quite nice to get movement in both directions. That's it, lovely. Good. One more set. Keeping the body under control. And then bring the legs in line. Lift the top leg to hip height. Keep that there and think squeezing the inner thigh of the underneath leg to lift and lower. Still getting the abs engaged, tummy button to spine. The feet are just there at the end of your legs. Shoulders obviously nice and relaxed. Definitely making you work today. I know, nearly killed me putting this class together. So you're doing so well. 1 more. And then keeping the legs together, do our double leg lift. So lift, think lengthening away as you hover and back down. And again, keep those legs slightly in front where you can see them so you don't arch the back as they lift away from you. Breathing out to lift. Just a little hover, you know, you don't need to come up quite so high. Lovely work. And panic not, we're nearly at end of class, so one more of these. And then rolling over onto your front, come onto your hands and knees. Have a look to check your feet are in line with the lower legs. Back again, nice and straight. Think about widening through the shoulders, and you want your wrists under the shoulders. We will do the dog. So elbow creases towards each other, reaching away. Either keep the arm and leg on the floor, drawing up the tummy button into the spine. Think lengthen. So there's no lifting or arching of the lower back. It's just keeping the back exactly where it is and still getting that movement through the joints. That's it. Good, Jackie. Jeanette, you can just keep your leg a little bit lower. I think lengthening away rather than lifting for you. That's it. Lovely. That's a nice long line. Good, Elaine. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. You're doing brilliantly. Balance yourselves up. And then from here, we're going to step one foot back, finish with our planks, step the other leg back. So again, shoulders away from the ears, drawing up tummy button to spine. And we'll move into side plank by lifting one leg, taking it over behind us and unpeeling that front arm to the ceiling. So you're thinking underneath waist and then back again, uncross the feet, take it over the other side. If it's too much on shoulders or wrists, you can do it on forearms still, or even just come back to doing the seated version. Do what works for you today. That's it, fabulous. Final one. Then come back down onto the mat and we'll stretch out. Oh, really good. So lie back, hug one knee in. We've done a lot of work on our extremities as well as the core today. So just hug one knee into the chest as much as you can. Help release that hip flexor deep inside. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Then bend the other knee up. Cross that first ankle over the knee. If you can, reach in and pull that underneath leg into the body. And I'm feeling a lovely stretch around here, but if you're not getting it, you can use your elbow to push that top knee out a little bit. And then extend the leg underneath leg to the ceiling, really flex the foot and allow that leg to be really, really heavy in the joint. And I should say, if this is really uncomfortable, we can do it sitting up. So you can just hug the knee into the body, sitting up, and then relax and change sides. So lengthen the first leg away, hug the other knee into the chest, grab from the back of the thigh so you're not pulling on the knee itself. And breathe, breathe, breathe deeply into that. Allow the shoulders to relax. Bend the other leg, cross the first leg over the thigh of the underneath leg and hug in. Again, trying to release the glute of the top leg and the sides around the hip. And then extend the underneath leg to the ceiling, flexing the foot, get a little stretch through the calf, through the hamstring. And then bend the knees. Feet down, rolling over onto your side. Bend front leg forward. So you're sort of sitting, hopefully fairly flat. I cannot get my knee to the floor, so that is how I am. And we'll side bend over, bend the elbow, really get some stretch up the side of the body. Reach with the top arm. Keep it engagement through the abs and then slight bend the other way. And again, reach away from the mat if you can, bend the underneath elbow. Nice little mermaid, keeping the tummy button engaged, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Up and over. Final time this way, reach. Coming back up. Change sides if you can without using your hands. Nice balancey challenge. Then side bend the other way, sliding the hand away, bending the elbow. Reaching up and over. Side bends have to be my favorite thing of all time. I feel so much better for doing them. And over, breathing nice and deeply. You've worked really hard today. Set yourself up for a good day ahead. And final one. Oh, thank you so much. I will just turn the recording off.